right, you lot. Break's not for another hour. Do your socializing on your own time. Oh, it's about time. How many?
5. The rest are for Brennick in Section 83.
What for? I thought that was all mined out.
Think I make the decisions around here? I'm just local taxi service.
All right, you lot. Welcome to the mines of Devinaura 4. For your 2-year tour of duty here, I ask only one thing. That you break your backs doing your job and pulling your daily quotas. In return, I promise you dirt for food, claustrophobia, unending boredom, and, at the end of your tour, that you'll all leave this pathetic rock richer than you ever thought possible. Yes! If you do your job. And you will. Otherwise, we'll be having a little talk. Understand? Good. Now your workday started 5 minutes ago, so have at it. Come on, move your pieces. This ain't my granny's tea party. Come on, let's go.
Welcome to the Army.
If only the Army paid this good.
Yeah, I figure after my time here I'll never have to work again.
Then it's the good life.
Hey, Freckleface, aren't you a little too young to be playing around and so deep in the dirt?
I have my D card.
Oh, he's got a Class D miners card. I'm so impressed.
Lay off the wits. Don't mind him, kid. For up to him, he'd mind the whole planet and keep it all for himself. Really, though, what does a young kid like you want to skulk around the bowels of hell itself and you'd be enjoying the fairer things in life, if, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I've got this girl back home, you see. I figure I'd work here for a couple of years, then I'd have enough money to get married and have a pretty comfortable life somewhere.
That you will, my boy. A mighty fine goal it is. Well, mustn't disappoint the lady back home, should we? We best start earning our fortunes.
Jeez!
Look out!
Thanks.
What's going on here? What happened?
Don't know, Mr. Cattell. This entire section just broke open.
You people need to... What is that?
Holy cow! That's... It can't be!
Gold! Liquid gold! Earthquake! Calm down, these things happen all the time.
It's not stopping!
Take cover! Read that last part back to me, please, Debbie.
Although I've allocated extra work detail in Section 83, the prospects are not promising. In my opinion, we should proceed on the assumption that the Plasing bin is completely mined out.
While I am aware of the market sensitivity of this mineral, I do not believe it would be in our best interest to continue spending resources on an unproductive endeavor. I therefore recommend the abandonment of vein P5. This will cause a 7% drop in Palladium output. While we are able to offset projected reduction by 8.5%, this will increase our overhead by 14%. In light of current inflationary trends, I would appreciate your input as to which course of action you feel would be in the best interest of the company and the consumers at large. Sincerely, Gerald Wicks, Production Manager, Devinaura 4 Project, da-da-da-da-da.
Will that be all, Mr. Wicks?
Have that ready for my signature in the morning.
Yes, Mr. Wicks.
Oh, before you go, it's good to have you back.
It's so good to be back, sir.
How's the new baby?
A handful. I'm always glad to be back at work. It's the most rest I've gotten since Tabitha was born.
Yes, I remember when my three were little. My wife thinks I took to the mines just to get some peace and quiet.
Oh, Mr. Wicks, you asked me to remind you about the meeting with the Trimester from Marazia.
Is that today?
In an hour.
I was hoping to have one day to relax.
He wants to discuss the recent price increases, especially for palladium, copper, and uranium.
I'll just wait till he hears Palladium's going up again.
Do you want me to reschedule?
No, I might as well get it over with. If it wasn't for that blasted treaty. Really, this should be an Earth ambassador's problem, you know. I hate dealing with those dang squids. Wicks. Where? I'll be right there. There's been a collapse in Section 24.
Doctor? Doctor, where are you? Oh, I know you're around here somewhere. Now come out. Doctor? Doctor?
Dara? Dara! Privacy at last. Sweet paradise.
Doctor! So, thought you could hide from me, eh? What you eating?
Nothing?
Give it to me. Chocolate sugar O's. Really, Doctor, your eating habits are the worst.
What's wrong with my choice of menu?
What's wrong? Well, let us examine it, shall we? For the last 3 days, you treated yourself to 6 strawberry sundaes, a pepperoni and bacon pizza, 2 bowls full of buttered popcorn, and 5 helpings of chili and chips, and now a box of Sugaros.
All I wanted was the prize at the bottom.
Not to mention the scores of miscellaneous caramel bars, gummy twists, candy corn, and who knows how many of those blasted jelly babies.
Now see here. I'm 1,530 years old. I can eat what I want.
Don't suppose you noticed anything missing from that wonderfully varied menu,
Not that I can...
Such as anything healthy?
There was milk in the milkshake.
Which is why I, out of the goodness of my heart, have prepared dinner for you tonight.
Oh, I wouldn't want to put you out.
It's no trouble.
But...
I insist. Sit.
What is it?
It's good for you.
That's what I was afraid of.
It's my own recipe. 100% vegetarian and 100% healthy. Now, I'm sure your stomach will be a little shocked at first that you're actually feeding it something good for a change, but believe me, you'll be doing yourself a favor. I don't see how anyone can survive on what you eat.
What exactly is in this concoction?
Seaweed, artichoke hearts, wheat germ, eggplant, and whole wheat pasta.
What?
It's completely natural.
So is dirt, but I wouldn't eat that either.
Oh, quit your complaining. Eat!
I will not.
You will, or else... Oh, on the count of 3, now you'd better start chewing. 1, 2...
We've landed.
I don't remember you saying the coordinates for anywhere.
I didn't. You better go check it out. I'll meet you in the console room.
But,
Off you go now, hurry. It could be important.
All right.
Thanks, old girl. I owe you one.
Have you figured out where we are yet?
Looks to be some sort of cave system.
I know that. I meant more geographical.
Oh. Well, I guess as good as mine right now. Rather hard to get one's bearings while buried underground, you know.
What did the coordinates say?
I've never been this part of the galaxy before. So beyond 1223, 475, 467, that's all we really know about this time and place.
You're a lot of help.
Contrary to what you might think, Dara, I don't actually know everything.
Well, that's not what you said before.
Let's say we have a little walkabout. See if we can find someone to enlighten us, eh?
How do you know there's anyone about?
You have eyes, don't you? Observe your surroundings. We're obviously in some sort of mine.
A mine?
Of course. Don't you see the mine supports? Don't put them by gophers, you know.
And I suppose you're going to tell me that this is still an active mine because the lights are still on?
And?
And that this section must have been opened recently because the lights and wiring are still fairly new and not covered in dirt yet?
Very good. You're learning.
I knew all that. I was just playing with you, Doc.
And don't call me Doc.
Devinaura belongs to Marazia! Return what is ours!
You rape the earth, and now you bring us sin to other worlds! Nature shall avenge herself! You've been warned! Get back! We shall be heard!
Magellan, come to give away more to the aliens while we at home suffer?
Sorry, Mr. Wicks. I guess they found out about your meeting with the Prime Minister.
Don't worry about it. If there aren't at least 5 protests against the company a day, I'm probably not doing my job right.
He's waiting for you in the conference room.
Thank you.
You are late, Mr. Wicks.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, Prime Minister.
Spare me your human platitudes, Director. Diplomacy is the tool for those who have nothing real to say. I am here to lodge a protest against your string of recent price increases.
Our increases have been in all markets. You have not been singled out.
Over the last 5 of your years, your prices for such vital commodities as uranium, palladium, and copper have risen 238%. Certainly you would not attribute that to inflation.
We've been encountering some difficulties lately. Several important veins have dried up in Devinaura, forcing us to spend more money working less productive veins and seeking out new deposits. Our treaty with you allows my company to make a certain profit.
I know what the treaty says.
Then you also know that your people have enjoyed a price subsidy, keeping your costs below market rate.
When we deeded you this planet...
Prime Minister Dalcor, since you were the one who did not want to bother with diplomatic niceties, let us remember that you gave us this planet in a negotiated truce between our peoples.
You were given full mineral rights, provided that we would purchase our needs from you at cost +2.
And we have held to that.
And yet your costs have risen so astronomically in recent years. And so have Magellan Mining's profits.
Are you accusing us of artificially jacking up the costs?
I am stating the facts, Director. You may draw whatever conclusion you wish from them. My people have grown quite weary from the inflation your company has inflicted on them.
You are free to purchase Plasium from other companies.
You know very well that Devinaura 4 is the only source of Plasium within 8,000 light years. And, conveniently for Magellan, it is a substance which the galaxy needs for affordable fuel. Affordable, that is, until recently.
Believe me, Prime Minister, I'm not unsympathetic to your plight. We are doing everything we can to keep the cost of our products affordable, for everyone. No one has been unaffected by unnecessary price increases. That is one of the unfortunate side effects of supply and demand.
Then you see nothing unusual that the market price has risen only 35% in the last 3 quarters, yet we have been paying an increase of over 70% for the same period.
Not at all. You've been paying 70% more because our costs have risen 70%. The market pays what it is willing to pay. If we raise our open market prices to match the increase you have had to bear, no one would buy our product. Then we'd go bankrupt, no one would be mining Plasium, and this part of the galaxy would come to a crashing halt. What you don't understand is that this inflation is galactic. It has hit everyone. Even Earth and her colonies are suffering. Unless we can find new veins, I'm afraid things are going to get worse before they get better. Devinaura is just not putting out like she used to.
I see. Well, I have been authorized by the Trimasters and your government to observe your operations here on our former outpost, so that I may assure my people that their investment is being well taken care of. After all, I'd hate to think that we gave away such a vital commodity only to have our generosity taken advantage of.
Of course not. We'd be honored to have you. If you'll follow me.
Excavation Crew 1097 in Section 24. Alright, you guys. Search and Rescue's already checked the area. There ain't no hurry. Try and show a little respect for the departed. We want to ship them home in as good a condition as we can.
I can't believe it. This has got to be the worst accident.
This was no accident.
What are you talking about?
You're an idiot if you think this mine collapsed by itself.
It was an earthquake.
Bull. I know the guys who built this mine. They're the best. They used to build the underground shelters for the Centauri Republic when they had their war for independence. Nothing could shake those things apart. Just like no little earthquake should have been able to bring down this one.
Are you saying...
Yeah, I'm saying it. It was those Marazians. They've been wanting this rock back for years. Who's to say they haven't suddenly got militant? They've threatened it often enough. Them and that Marazian Freedom Army of theirs.
They're just a bunch of loudmouth squids. It's not like the government is behind them or something.
So they say.
You really think there's terrorists here?
Well, all I'm saying is that enough of them have been whining about Earthers occupying Marazian territory, aka Devinaura 4, that I wouldn't put them past them to do anything.
All of these.
Fall into the hole you want to go play in?
I am not playing, Dara. This is a serious scientific study. You know, in this tunnel alone, I've come across 6 major shafts, 25 minor ones, and a whole plethora of what looks to be exploratory diggings.
So?
So? Seems to be an unusually rich mine. Walls must have simply been leaking with diamonds, precious metals, or whatever else they were looking for. I always wanted to try my hand at mining. Fancied myself a pretty good digger, I did. The earth getting under your fingernails, calluses on your hands, reward of a hard day's work.
Sounds simply wonderful.
But the exciting part was wondering just how close you were to that big strike that every miner is looking for. Was it just another shovelful away? Do you give up now, after months of no success, knowing the next swing of a pickaxe might be all that stands between failure and your dreams coming true?
You would drive me bonkers.
Yes. Maybe that's why I never took it up. Still, one can always wonder, eh?
Doctor, did you hear that?
Sounds like company.
You were supposed to wait for us.
Sorry?
Get in. They're waiting for you at Section 24.
But
Now, Dara, come along. Mustn't keep them waiting, you know.
why do you always do this?
Got to have a little fun, you know.
Your transport has arrived, Mr. Wicks.
Inform my office that Prime Minister Dalcor will be staying with us for a while to observe our operations.
Right away, Director.
I'm sure you'll find our operations quite satisfactory. We pride ourselves on efficiency here on Devinaura. Oh, blasted weather. Well, so much for clear skies and sun. I don't suppose you have better luck with your weatherman, Prime Minister?
It is of no consequence.
Well, at least it's cleared away the protesters.
May I take your case, Prime Minister?
Take us to the mining operations, please.
Yes, Mr. Wicks.
Here's another one.
Jeez, look at him. No older than a pup. What are you doing here?
We're here to remove the bodies.
Get lost, squids.
Stand aside.
What for? So you can bring down the rest of the mine and kill anyone you missed?
We had nothing to do with this.
Hey, you guys have been mouthing off about how you're going to take back Devinaura. I guess you found a way.
Marazians died here too.
Martyrism was never a problem among squids, was it?
Maybe we should take back the planet. You Earthers have been choking the life out of Marazia. We can't even afford to heat our homes because of your monopoly on Plasium.
Oh, listen to the poor cold squid. At least you have fuel. I haven't even been home in the last 6 months because I've had to send my wife on my ration cards so she can have enough energy to cook and get to work. That'd be enough for all of Marazia to get first crack at Devinaura's output, taking as much as they want, leaving the rest of us to scramble after scraps.
Scraps are all the dog deserves.
Come on, you want a piece of me? Let's go, you squid!
Enough! I said that's enough! Get back to work, all of you.
I'm not sure coming here was such a good idea, Doctor.
Doctor, it's about time you got here.
We came as quickly as we could.
You've been briefed on the situation?
We've only just arrived.
I'm afraid you may have mistaken us for someone else, Mr.
Jackson, Dr. Benjamin Jackson. What do you mean, mistaken?
What my friend means...
Oh, what the doctor means is that we're only just travelers. We came here by accident.
I see. So you're not Dr. Farnham?
No, but I'm sure I can provide more expertise than Dr. Farnham could.
You're an expert in geology and structural engineering, then?
My good fellow, I am an expert in everything.
Don't let this colossal eagle put you off, Dr. Jackson. He really does know what he's talking about. Most of the time, anyway.
Then perhaps you would be able to offer your insight as to why this section of the mine, which should have been able to withstand even a nuclear attack, collapsed on 57 people during a moderate earthquake.
Well, they shouldn't have. Not unless had a little help, anyway.
What?
You mean someone caused it to collapse?
See here. Minute discoloration of the support beams, indicative of structural weakness. Now, I've had a good look around this little mine of yours. Safety seems to be a very serious consideration. Everything I've seen was new or nearly new. Yet here, such a lapse of quality control. In a working mine. An abandoned one, yes, but a working one? Either someone slipped up on their job or...
sabotage.
Murder?
The collapse seems to have begun back here. If I can get to it, I think I might be able to more fully...
What's that?
Another earthquake!
Doctor, come out!
Just a second, there's some sort of pocket!
We have to get out of